Here's some quick advice for student visa holders in New Zealand who have a partner with an open work visa based on the relationship. So we got an inquiry from someone that said, I'm holding a student visa, I'm studying in Auckland, my partner has the open visa based on the relationship, but my partner wants to take a job offer in Christchurch. Is that allowed? Now here's the thing. That partner has an open work visa based on the relationship with the student visa holder. And there's a requirement that therefore they should be living together, right? It's a fundamental requirement of that person's visa. So normally we would say, hey, look, if you're going to live in another city, you're not living with your partner anymore, you're technically breaching the conditions of your visa. However, there is some exception here and there's some room to move, okay? And I'll explain. So if this separation is due to some kind of a genuine reason, right? For example, work commitments, right? Then we can usually explain to immigration that it's genuine and we can get around this issue of not being together permanently all the time. But just keep in mind that there's a little bit of a difference between someone who has to move for their work commitments and someone who chooses to go and live in another city because they think they might find a better opportunity there. So in other words, if the partner had a job in Auckland and that company relocated them to Christchurch, well, this is pretty straightforward. But if it's just the case that they couldn't find a good job in Auckland and then they found a job instead in Christchurch, that's a little bit different and might require a lot more explanation. So be careful is really what I'm trying to say. And as usual, my advice is to get good advice before you take decisions like this. And follow me for more tips on New Zealand immigration.